Big changes for asylum seekers, new appeals process in Ireland. In a significant shift, asylum seekers will no longer automatically have the right to a full oral hearing when they appeal a refusal for international protection. This proposed change is part of a bold new legislation aimed at overhauling immigration law in Ireland, marking the most substantial reform in a generation. On Tuesday, Minister for Justice Jim O'Callaghan will present this draft legislation to the Cabinet, which is set to reshape the landscape of immigration in the country. One of the key components of this bill is its alignment with the EU Migration and Asylum Pact, set to take effect in 2026. This pact, which Ireland has fully embraced, introduces a series of measures designed to limit the number of immigrants entering the European Union. O'Callaghan is expected to emphasize to his fellow ministers that this bill aims to expedite the appeals process for international protection applications, slashing the timeline from years to just a few months. Currently, appeals can drag on for as long as 14 months, with an average wait time of nearly 9 months. By eliminating the need for oral hearings in most cases, the government hopes to significantly speed up the process. Since taking office, O'Callaghan has been vocal about his goal to have the entire process, from initial decisions to appeals, wrapped up within 3 months. There's already a fast-tracked system in place for applicants from designated safe countries, those with the highest number of applications, and individuals who have received protection in other parts of Europe. For these groups, decisions are typically made within 3 months. The draft bill also proposes the creation of a new appeals board, known as the Second Instance Body, SB. According to the Cabinet memorandum, the SB will make decisions without oral hearings, except in very limited circumstances. This change is intended to drastically reduce the time required for appeal hearings. Importantly, if this new law is enacted, it will not impact those who have already submitted applications before the bill takes effect. They will still have access to the current appeals system. O'Callaghan is expected to highlight the inefficiencies of the current international protection system, which has been criticized for its lengthy decision-making process. Alongside streamlining appeals, the bill introduces a new border procedure that sets a 3-month deadline for decisions. Asylum seekers will be directed to a screening center, serving as a one-stop shop for registering applications and completing necessary checks. Once processed, they won't face detention but may be required to stay within a designated area. The introduction of accelerated procedures for applicants from safe countries and those from the 2 countries with the highest application rates has already led to a notable decrease in asylum requests. As of April 27 this year, 3,947 individuals had applied for asylum in Ireland during 2025, reflecting a 42% drop compared to the same period last year. Before the Cabinet meeting, Taoiseach Michael Martin described the overhaul of the international protection system as the most significant reform in decades, aimed at streamlining and accelerating the process. He acknowledged improvements in the turnaround time for initial applications but noted that the delays in oral hearings have been excessive, necessitating a more efficient approach. Martin pointed out that up to 80% of applicants have been found ineligible for asylum, underscoring the need for a faster and more effective processing timeline that benefits everyone involved.